Hey guys, this is Kara Inspires, presentation strategist, thought leader, and creator of the Present Your Brand program. I have another secret session to share with you guys regarding what we covered in today's Overflow session. Now, today was a day. As usual, there's a lot of content that we went over. So I'm going to give you guys 5 easy principles that we went over during the conference to hopefully help you present your brand even more. The number one thing that we talked about in the session today were numbers. And her title is Show Your Numbers Some Love. And she talks about how a lot of adults, not even just business owners, but just us as adults, period, we're not clear on the numbers. If you're not a person that's big on knowing definite data or numbers, or you're not an accountant or someone in that field, then you're really unconscious of your numbers. And although you may be someone who is conscious of your numbers, there's always room for improvement, if you will. So today, we started off by talking about knowing your numbers. And before we can do anything regarding the business, you know that we took care of the numbers in the household first. And she gave us a beautiful worksheet. And this worksheet is also available online as well. You can get something like this. But this was, of course, a beautiful handout, my money worksheet. And we've got the different areas for the household items and stuff like that. So you need to fill that out. And then the questions are, after you've budgeted everything, she asked the questions if your income from your job or your business meets your needs, and you answer that. Another question was, how much do you have left after once everything is paid? You need to know that. And then how much more would you like to bring in per month? You need to know that number too. Her philosophy was that you need to tithe at least 10% of what you're earning, giving that back to God. Remember that Monique speaks specifically to the spirit-led preneur, not necessarily someone of a certain religion, but her ideal client is a spirit-led entrepreneur who wants to become more visible, uh, create products and or coach. So that's her specialty, and clearly you see fruit in her life and also fruit in the ones that she coaches and serves. So the next thing, so know your numbers. Know how much you're earning and know what's coming in and what's going out in your household. And that's like a duh, but once you start living and life happens, we become distracted and we don't really pay attention to those. But this is just a gentle reminder to be more conscious of those numbers in your household finances and definitely within your business. And to know that if you don't have any numbers right now, because you are doing it all on your own, because you're a solopreneur and you're starting out and all that type of stuff, that you need to take a risk, that you need to take a leap of faith, I should say, and begin to hire people out. For example, I used to work with Sandra, my graphic designer, um, project to project. So if I needed a flyer for the show in July, I would know in April, May that I needed to kind of put some money to the side so that I could pay her for it in June so that I could share it and all that good stuff. That was year one with Bahia Productions. Year two with Bahia Productions, I kind of got on more of a schedule with her and got my numbers together where I was able to say, here's this for that project. I need you to make da 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 da. Year three, now that we're growing, I'm at a point where now I pay Sandra a monthly payment. And whenever I come up with an idea, I could write a journal, I could do a book, I can do a flyer, I could do a pop-up banner, whatever I decide that I like regarding graphic design, I could share that with Sandra and she and I can work right away because now I've invested in a monthly payment thing with her versus working with her time to time, quarterly or twice a quarter or whatever. Now I have a monthly payment plan with her, and not that she shows me any favoritism, but I do love me some Sandra. So, in me knowing those numbers, in me seeing the increase in me seeing the difference between the 3 years and me seeing the increase in the 3 years, my payments have actually decreased. Now that I pay monthly, it's actually decreased. And having priority over other clients. If I give her something late, she still does her magic and sends it to me, and it looks wonderful. And also, I have access to her, on a regular basis. So those benefits have increased because I've decided to do something with my numbers long term rather than just stop and go. So what is it that you can do in your business to help present your brand that you've been doing stop and go? What have you been doing stop and go that now you could possibly make an investment and do something long term? Just something to think about. The second thing that we went over that I thought that you guys would really enjoy is going over the characteristics of an overflow woman. Another beautiful, beautiful design handout that she created. And I'm just going to go over a couple of points. A woman who lives in overflow is generous, but never at the expense of herself. Her finances are in order. She learns from the best, and she knows the value of her time. She operates in the supernatural, and she asks for exactly what she wants. These are just a few of those nuggets. So know who your source is, create your own economy, and value the benefit of freedom and optimal health and rest. Those are many attributes and characteristics of a woman in overflow. And one of the other ones that she has on here is that she is focused. And this morning we did yoga at the beach, and it was just really nice because y'all know I don't do yoga. And the instructor was really good. And she had, everybody was standing up and all of that. And, the pose where you stand up, hold on. The pose where you stand up and then you put your leg up like this and go out. Well, y'all know I can't do that. Y'all know I can't. But she said focus on a focal point. And I went back to my dancing experience. I know I don't look like a ballerina, but I've done ballet, tap, jazz, all those dance classes. And when a ballerina is spinning, she has to look at one point to keep focus and not become dizzy. And I just used that personal experience so I can say, I was just reminded of that when it comes to our business. Sometimes when we're presenting our brand, we're not only presenting our brand, but we're focused on all of the other distractions. We're focusing on a number of different things at one time. And if you just stay focused, laser focused on your goal, and ideally, your goal should be your numbers. How much money needs to be paid for debt, expenses, etc. this month? How much money is it that you're looking to earn this month? How many clients you're looking to reach this month? How many products or how many services or how many vacation packages or how many Reiki sessions, how many massages, how many consultations do you need to conduct in order to earn a certain amount of money? And it just really clicked for me. That was my overflow today, that the numbers, it's all in the data. It's all in the data. Use those numbers as data. Johnson & Johnson, Walmart, all those big brands, they love their customers and all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, they've got a budget. They've got a budget. They know how much money they spend in marketing, advertisement. They know how much they pay their employees, how much they spend on insurance. They know how much money they've lost through damaged products, people stealing, theft, whatever. They know how much that money is to the T. And they know those numbers because they can use those numbers. They can use that data to make another informed decision. So use your numbers to make informed decisions. It's not, I don't know, it's let me look at these numbers, because the numbers will tell you where to go. If your number is 0 for the sales that you've made for the month of June, then you need to reconsider some things that you're doing. You need to look at a focal point, which should be your number, and get your balance on, get your Zen on, so that you can present your brand and turn your conversations into cash. Now, that was the last part that we just went over, and I'm still like cheesing from it because y'all know that's my part. I love turning combos into cash. And I guess because I do talk about presenting your brand and I am outgoing and I can socialize a little bit easier than maybe some other people, I never really looked at it like this. But I'm about to go over this step by step with you guys because I really care about you all and I want to make sure that you guys get this because this right here is gold. Okay, so this one is called Turn Your Conversations into Cash. Turn your combos into cash. And again, it's a beautiful design right here. And I'm going to go over the areas up here at the top for you. Okay. I'm not going to go through each one of these, but I am going to go through these with you so that you guys can write them down. And on Thursday's call, I will go through all of the content, the actual steps. So I'm going to literally give you this on Thursday. But just for a little teaser taste, here's the first one. Invite. You want to invite people. The first step to presenting your brand is inviting. Hey, I want to know if I could talk to you, if we can have some type of a discovery session or a creative call, whatever, so that I can chat with you. So you can tell me what you do, or so that I can tell you, what I do. Somebody asks you, what do you do? I do X. Let's set up a call. I can make some time, set aside some time just for you, for us to get to talk to each other. I ain't gonna get no more, but that's invite. The next one is discover. Discover is when you, the service provider, the business person, you discover what it is, who your client is, and what they have to offer, what you guys are going to work on, what their problem is. So invite, and then the next step is discover. The third step is offer. Remember, I'm always talking about the call to action. What is it that you want to offer the client during the conversation? It's not enough just to ask them to talk to them. Find out what their issue is, and then hang up the phone. Presenting your brand, the whole idea is that there is a full presentation. The client doesn't know that there's a presentation, but you, as the business owner, you know that there is not only a brand script developed where you have a personal story and a customer story, and you've got that bridge of products and services to connect them together, you and the client making money in the like husband and wife and the okay. Anyway, but my point is that you guys are gonna come together. Y'all know I'm crazy. You're gonna come together and you guys are gonna have a relationship with each other, a continuous relationship. So invite, discover, and offer. The fourth step is called momentum. And in that momentum, you're gonna move the client forward as possible. Lisa, you're going to move the client forward in rest and relaxation as possible. You know everything's not going to be healed miraculously with one session with you. We're going to move them as forward as you can, as possible. And then another thing she has in the momentum section is surprise and delight along the way. And we definitely experienced that with our coach, Danae Macklin. She always has little trinkets and little surprises, little gifts. I thought to myself a few weeks ago, I was looking around my house. I finally did my spring cleaning right before the summer. And I was looking around the house. I said, damn, Danae is all over the house. First mastermind, she gave me a magnet that said Mastermind Cara Alger. I was like, okay. Then each session we went to, each live session she had the nameplates, the nicely designed nameplates with the cardstock paper with your name. It's kind of hard to throw things like this away because it took time, effort, and energy. Even the quality of paper, it took some effort to make it. So I am going to fold this up, put it to the side, and use it as value to now share with my clients. Okay? And you should do the same. So start to think as you present your brand, what could you do as a massage therapist to show your clients during the experience and even when they're not with you, little things to show you that you care. an email with a coupon, a neck rest for Christmas. You could buy those wholesale, buy those $3, $4 a pop, not even $3, $4 a pop, and send it to them. Or you could show them that signature scrub. They can get a sample of your signature scrub, go to the Container Store and make a batch of your scrub. And one batch can be the samples for all of your clients. I was just thinking about you. I want to give you a sample of my signature scrub. Little delights and surprises along the way. That'll be dope, right? And then the last one is next. And this is actually an area that I've been really slacking in. And I'm so excited to get this cracking the next 90 days. The next is real good. She has, I'm going to read all three because there are only three. Number one in the next one is always have a system to follow up with potential clients. Okay. Number two, nurture the relationship with resources and solutions. And that would be like your blog posts and your email newsletters that you have synced up with MailChimp, podcasts, or your YouTube videos, something like this. Something like this video that I'm creating right now. Now, this is exclusive just for you guys, but I could take this same content and send it to them, to send it to someone that I work with later on in the Discover section. I can say, hey, I went to a women's retreat a couple of months ago, and I learned a lot of good stuff. And I sent it to the cycle that I was working with the PYB program. I'm gonna send that link to you because even though it's addressed to those women, you'll gain a lot of value out of it. That right there is a nice surprise and delight along the way. Not to mention, it's something that I'm giving them to show value. Show value to your customer will value you. So, and the last thing I wrote at the top, she had mentioned this and it wasn't on here. She said, don't let the customer decide what they're going to do next. As I shared in the call to action, like when you guys do your teleconferences, you don't just introduce yourself, give this powerful personal story, share with them your products and services on that bridge, and then connect it to them. Come together, do all of that, and then say, okay, we'll have a good night. Let's just imagine, y'all know I could be a little gangster at time, and y'all know I can keep it real. Let's just say you and Day Day, you guys have a great date. He asks you out for this date. Hey, I want you to come out to Steak and Shake. You like, ooh, Steak and Shake. He like, yeah, Steak and Shake. You like, okay. So you go to Steak and Shake, and then you discover the second section. You discover that he's actually a really nice guy. You're like, okay, Day Day, cool. I'll deal with Day Day. And then he offers you another day. I just wanted to come to Steak and Shake because, it's expensive to go out on dates all the time. I really like you. I want to take you to the Signature Room downtown. You are the woman that I'm looking for. You're like, oh, hey, go take me to the Signature House. Okay, so now you're about to get it cracking. And then the momentum, like you ready, you all dressed up, everything is good. He's texting you, can't wait to see you. You're texting him, I can't wait to see you. It's just about to go down. And then he don't show up. What the what? He does not show up. Or he shows up and then nothing happens after the date. That's kind of how it happens with us with business. You just want them that one time to come in for that massage. Or you just have her come in one time and buy that vacation package. She's not coming to the training meetings on Monday. She's not getting on those conference calls. She hasn't activated her account in about 8 months. How have you followed up with her to get her back into that vacation, Jocelyn? How have you followed back up with your client, Lisa, to get them to say, hey, Lisa's so dope, I want a massage every single month? How have you followed up with me? With Crystal, how have you gotten people to come in? You're a certified coach now in Reiki. How have you followed up with people that you've talked to? How are you following up with the people on your Thursday calls? And I'm only asking these questions as the leader of the group and encouraging you to present your brand. I say this all in love. You guys can turn around and ask me the same question. So Definitely no shade. It's all love and it's all in overflow. So I know this was a mouthful. Y'all know I can talk. I'm trying to see how long this is. I don't even see how long the recording is. But I hope that this added value to you as normal, as usual. And if you have any questions, give me a call, a text, hit me up. I'm always willing and able to talk to you all. And I wanted to remind you all that we will be meeting tomorrow night on our call, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, so that we can talk about these teleconferences. It is time. I have dragged it along. It's time. Tomorrow's call, all the work needs to be done and we need to get it cracking because we need to present our brands because we know the numbers and we know that all of our numbers need to increase. We need to increase our numbers, so we need to increase our activity. So I hope it was helpful to you guys. I love you and I pray, as always, that you present your brands. I'll talk to you all tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will send you all an email with the call information and the requirements for the call, as well as send you a text for your convenience to log on to the call. Talk to you all later and peace out. Bye.